Growing up, I've always been afraid of the question, where are you from? I was born in Bohol, Philippines, and I was raised in Thailand, but not the glamorous Bangkok or capital city. I grew up in Samutprakan, which is in the province here in Thailand. And when I was 16 years old, I really did not enjoy my life here, and so I decided to skip my last 2 years of high school and go straight to university. And I went to school in Davao City, which is the south of the Philippines. And so, yeah, I really don't know where I'm from. My passport says I am from the Philippines, but I didn't grow up with Ocho Ocho or OPM or original Philippine music. Instead, I grew up with loving you too much, so much, very much right now. My My mama and papa are Filipinos, and I am a full-blooded Filipina, but my experiences are Thai. And it wasn't until 3 years ago that I learned that I am what we call a third culture kid, or someone who grew up in a culture that's different from their parents. So today I'm going to talk about 7 things that I wish I knew growing up as a Filipina in Thailand. The first point is being open-minded. So when you grow up in two different worlds, misunderstandings, miscommunications are very normal. And because of this, you become more empathetic and you become more observant. One example is that Filipinos, or at least when I went back to the Philippines for college in Davao City, I noticed that in the Philippines, the streets are quite loud. There's a lot of beeping. My classmates are also actually very, very loud. They are fun to be with. They love to sing and they love karaoke. Whereas here in Thailand, people are more quiet, they're more observant, and they try not to be very loud because in Thailand there's this concept called kreng chai, meaning trying to hold yourself back because you don't want to be inconsiderate, you don't want to be a nuisance to others. And so this concept of kreng chai is very different from the directness of being Filipino. And so there's no good or bad thing, it's just culture. And so with this, I've learned to be more open-minded and also learned to think twice before I say something. Point number 2 is opportunities. So when you live in two different worlds, you meet different people and different doors of opportunities become open to you. So one example of this is I was featured in GMA TV. I was part of their I Wonder segment, the Halloween segment, and I was able to be featured just because I'm a Filipina here in Thailand and I have access to Bangkok. When you are with different people, you get to be more confident, and that confidence helps open doors of opportunities for you. For example, right now, I work in an international school, a marketer for an international school, and I meet people of different races and nationalities, and that has opened doors of business opportunities, content creation as well for me. And another advantage, I guess, which is part of opportunities, is that you don't become phased or you don't become scared of people from different nationalities, skin color, race, ethnicity. All of this is just packaging. At the end of the day, we're all human. One of my most memorable teachers is Indian, and she taught me that if you take care of things, things will take care of you. And it's why to this day, all of my books have plastic covers on them. I don't dog ear my books. I put sticky notes when I need to write on them, and I use bookmarks because I value knowledge and books have knowledge. Another point is that you learn to speak more than one language. As a Filipina who grew up here in Thailand, I speak 4 languages. First is Bisaya, which is my mother tongue. Next is Tagalog, which is the language used in the capital city in the Philippines. Third is English, and fourth is, of course, Thai. With this, you get to appreciate how language is used because, for example, here in Thailand, there are different words for noodles. You have senlek, senyai, bami, and more. But in the Philippines, since we don't eat noodles a lot, we mostly eat rice, we don't have a lot of words for noodles. There's pansit and there's bak choy. But compared to Thailand, there's not much nuance when it comes to noodles. So with this, you kind of just, I don't know if it's just me, but I really enjoy learning languages. I enjoy learning the nuances and the context that comes with each language. And I guess that's an advantage, because if you can speak 4 different languages, then there are more jobs, opportunities that are open to you when it comes to translation and all that. For me, it's really useful because I work in an international school. The flip side to this, though, is that when you speak different languages and you use them in different cultural contexts or different aspects of your life, you kind of have this fragmented personality, which is the fourth thing that I wish I had known. Because some people, they're just them. And for me, it's like when I speak in English, I'm very professional. But when I speak in Thai, I'm very polite. เป็นคนสุภาพ มีมารยาท But when I speak in Tagalog, I'm very konyo. Hindi ko alam kung ano sasabihin. Pero hindi ko kasi palaging ginagamit yung Tagalog. So parang konyo, may pagkahalo ng English at of course Tagalog. And when I speak Bisaya, grabe isog gayo ko, girl. Bisaya is the language that I use with my parents and my family because we're from Bohol, and I also spent some part of my life in Davao City, and so I'm very comfortable with speaking Bisaya. And I guess in a way, because I'm too comfortable with Bisaya, I can also get aggressive and I'm more open to expressing myself. So yeah, different languages, different aspects. I turn into this like chameleon. It's like code switching. When you're speaking different languages, you're different people. You're a different person in each language. I don't know if that's just me, but I do experience it, the fragmented personality thing and the code switching. The fifth point is that you get very, very unique skills that not many people are able to acquire. So one example of this for me, as I said before, is that I know the Filipino culture and the Thai culture, and I can also speak 4 different languages. So this for me is very helpful, especially when I am working in an international school with different cultures and different nationalities, because I personally know what it means or what it's like to live in the Philippines and in Thailand. I am able to explain to my colleagues or explain to people why things are the way they are in a depth that is very different from how people would perceive it. One example of this was I had a colleague who got scolded because he was very direct, and to him, because he grew up in Canada, or was that the United States, to them it was very normal. But for Thais, you absolutely cannot be very direct with your criticism, especially when it comes to your boss. And so I had to explain to him that, you don't do that here in Thailand. And so, with those kind of things, with these unique skills and experiences, I see this as an opportunity to help others. And it's also what I do here with my content, with my YouTube, is that I am able to share my unique knowledge to people so that people are more aware. So aside from, learning languages, being able to connect people, there is just an opportunity to teach. There's a certain depth of knowledge that not many people are able to have. Third culture kids have this very unique skill set. So maybe if you know any other skill sets that you are able to acquire as a third culture kid, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to connect with you guys, share your experiences, because I know that there are more Filipino kids out there who grew up abroad, not just Thailand, maybe somewhere in Europe and Africa or Central Asia. So yeah, comment below and I would love to hear you guys' stories. Although you have these unique skill sets and you're able to help others, there is always this nagging feeling that you don't belong anywhere, which is basically my 6th point. As someone who moved houses a lot, who moved from place to place, there was always this feeling of detachment, like nothing is permanent, even friendships and relationships. And that's why for me, it's very easy to just cut things off and to say goodbye, because it hurts when you drag it out for long. So might as well just cut things off while it's still early and it doesn't really hurt as much. My nationality and my passport is Filipino, but when I went to Bohol, I really could not entirely connect to the people there. I understand, but I don't feel like I belong. And when I'm here in Thailand, yes, I understand more growing up here and spending a lot of time here. I am not Thai. I am not a Thai citizen. I don't have the Bat Prashashon or a national ID. And so I pay the foreigner price when I go to national parks. I don't get the same benefits that locals have. And so there's just that feeling always of I don't really belong anywhere. In a sense, I attract friends from different parts of the world. My close friends now are from all over the country, all over the world. Some of them are here in Thailand, some are in the Philippines. One of my close friends is in Hong Kong, the other one is in Japan. And so yeah, we're just all over the world. And thank God for the internet, because I wouldn't know how to connect with them. So I don't have a lot of close friends, but when I do have friends, I really stay connected to them and I really care deeply for them, because it's hard to find people you can connect with, especially when you're moving from one place to another all the time. The 7th point is stability issues. So I don't know about you, but I crave movement. I like moving from one place to another. I don't know if this is some sort of trauma response, but now I really enjoy traveling and seeing places and experiencing different cultures. The thing though is that permanence feels kind of scary. It's like when I choose one thing, I commit to something, it feels like I am letting go of my other options. So I had this colleague who told me that, Jam, if you're confused, if you're Thai or Filipino, why don't you just pick one? And I'm like, I can't because my passport says I'm Filipino, but then I don't feel like I'm Filipino. I really don't relate to some people in the Philippines. I only relate to a select few Filipino friends or families. And when I am here in Thailand, yes, I understand I could get along, but I don't get the same benefits. I am not fully Thai. So in a way, I don't know. This has messed up with my stability, my self-identity. And if you are a parent and you're thinking of bringing your kid to Thailand, letting them study, just know that they will face some identity issues, especially as they get into the teenage years. So it's gonna be quite challenging for them. The good thing about this though is that you become more flexible. So whatever life throws at you, you're able to adapt and just embrace change all the time. And so home isn't a place. Home can be anywhere. I honestly don't know when I'll move again. Tomorrow is not promised. And maybe that's why I really love traveling, because not only do I get to learn about the world, but I also get to discover myself, to learn more about myself. And so I've made it my life's work to see the world, to travel to all countries in the world and document and share my experiences. Honestly, it's easier to just travel by myself and not carry a camera around and not film and edit and think of ways to tell stories in a fun and engaging way that feeds the YouTube algorithm. But you know what? I think it's more fun to go about life and share what I've learned and share life with people out there, especially if you're a third culture kid. And honestly, for me, if I am able to help even just one person and inspire them, then that would make all this work worth it. So if you ever feel like you don't belong, then welcome to my channel, and I hope you'll join me on this journey. I'll see you around.